How's it going, everyone? Jared from Yota Expedition here. Today I'm going to go over with you the Banks Pedal Monster. In this specific case, we're going to be putting it on the Tacoma, but this is also for the 4Runner. We have them both on the website. So the Banks Pedal Monster is going to allow you to tune your throttle pedal to exactly the way you want it to feel. What I mean is, if you have a 4Runner, you may think, if you're coming from another car, you might think that the 4Runner pedal is a little bit dead. It feels like you got to really push that thing to get the engine to rev up and get the truck going. That was our experience when we first got in the 4Runner. The Banks Pedal Monster helps you fix that problem by allowing you to select different modes. These are different sensitivities for the throttle pedal, and it makes it feel a little more sporty or just a little more responsive. Just to be clear, guys, this is not a tuner. This is not going to tune your engine computer or your transmission computer. All it's doing is increasing or decreasing the sensitivity of your inputs on the throttle pedal, depending how you have it set. That being said, this is not going to void your warranty, so you can plug it right in and then unplug it and remove it when you go back to the dealer, and there will be no trace that this was ever installed, which is a definite plus for these units. I'm not going to be kicking this one over to Corey. The install's so simple, it's going to take me about 10 seconds to put it on, but I'll show you how to do it, give you some tips on the easiest way to get it done, and then we're going to do a quick overview of how to set it up and how to use it, and then get a couple reactions of the guys in the shop before and after. Let's go. All right, so I'm gonna pull everything out of the box here. You're gonna have this, which is nice, remove before dealer visit. Now, it doesn't void your warranty, but they might harass you, so it's always good to just pull this off before you go. And then you have the Pedal Monster and your power cable. The Pedal Monster pulls power from the OBD2 port, and that's what makes this module safer than some of the other ones on the market. The other ones pull power from the pedal circuit itself, and it can cause faults, which is no good. You're also going to get a package here. This has your instructions. You got a couple of Banks stickers, some zip ties to tie up your wires, and then this piece up here is a tiny little adapter, and you're going to need to pull that out to do the install. This adapts the OBD2 power to plug it into the Pedal Monster. So the first thing you're going to want to grab is the Pedal Monster itself. These plugs right here are going to tee into your throttle pedal. So there's a plug on top of the throttle pedal that you're going to unplug. Then you're going to plug this into the pedal and the other end into the plug that you took off of the pedal. Locate the plug right here. The clip that you have to pinch is on the inside facing the passenger. Pinch that and pull up. It's going to be tough. Once you have that unplugged, you can take the Pedal Monster and take the female side with the clip facing the passenger again and put it onto the pedal until it snaps. And then you're going to take the other plug on the Monster and plug it into the harness that you removed from the pedal. And that can only go in one way also. Okay, now that you have the Pedal Monster itself plugged into the pedal circuit, you can grab the OBD2 cable and your little adapter harness. And first we're gonna plug in the OBD2 plug, and that is gonna be under this part of the kick panel for the driver's side, right here below your TPMS reset button on the Tacoma. All right, so you're gonna take the OBD2 plug, and you can see it will only fit one way. The smaller side is gonna face down, and you plug it right here. Make sure it's all the way in, and that's it. And we're gonna route the cable. All right, so now we're gonna unravel the power cord from the OBD2, and you're gonna wanna carefully tuck this behind the kick panel here, and then down and around underneath all this carpet so that it's safely tucked away and it's not gonna get caught up on either of your pedals. We're gonna run it over to the center console behind this carpet, and this is where we're gonna tuck everything away. So now you take your adapter plug, this 4-pin side goes into the power harness like that. The 6-pin side can go into either one of these two ports. One is for the power in, the other one will be for out for the optional gauge that Banks has. We don't have that, so we don't need to plug anything in there. Now, all I'm gonna do is gather this up. You can zip tie it however you like. You can also mount this. There's little tabs here to run zip ties through, or you could use double-sided tape to mount it somewhere. But since this is controlled via Bluetooth on your smartphone, you won't need to actually access this. So we'll be able to tuck that away. For now, I'm just gonna leave it out because when pairing it with our phone, we're gonna need to see these two lights right here to make sure that we get it paired up correctly. Okay, we've got the Pedal Monster installed in the Tacoma. Now we're ready to get it paired up with the app. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go into the App Store on your iPhone or Android device, download the Banks Power app. Once you have the app installed, what you're gonna wanna do to pair this up is turn the ignition on. We're not gonna start the truck, just put it in the on position. Now you're gonna need to go down to the Pedal Monster. You're gonna need to go on the back, and there is a very small orange button. That's the pair button. So you need something pointy to get in there, press that, and then the Pedal Monster is ready to pair with your phone. Now that it's in pairing mode, you can hit continue, and it's going to give you a prompt for a sign-in. You'll just need to put in your information there. We have it here connecting. It's connected to the Pedal Monster. You can see we're in city mode. And the inputs are nice and smooth, and there's actually a nice curve so that it's not super twitchy at low speeds. Up here you have settings. So option 10, it refers to the reverse safety for the Tacoma. So when the vehicle's in reverse, you won't have a twitchy pedal. It'll go back to factory. You can select your transmission. Now we have it set to automatic. If you have a manual transmission, this is nice because throttle boost is dampened at low pedal positions to improve the clutch engagement. Basically, if you're trying to pull out and the throttle is too touchy, it can make it hard to get smooth clutch engagement. And then we have the low speed trim set to low. Essentially, from 0 to 10 miles an hour, the throttle will be less sensitive, which is also really nice. And then you'll see here I have it in city mode and on the sensitivity level 10. You can also check diagnostic code since you're plugged into OBD2. Here you can recalibrate your pedal position. You can see here, must be on in park with the engine off and the key in the on run position before performing pedal calibration. So we'll go ahead and run through that. When you set it up the first time, you're gonna have to do this. So it says to depress your pedal at wide open throttle. Release your pedal foot off the throttle, and then depress your pedal again to wide open throttle, and then release your pedal again. Now it's calibrated, you just hit finish, and now it is all set up for you. You can see the throttle curve information, it just links you to their website. So you can see they have a pretty nice table here for each mode, kind of showing the sensitivities of all the different settings, which is really nice. Obviously, you're going to want to register your product. So you can see when you put it in city mode, it'll add the bar for the Banks output. And you can see that my foot input versus the output, and that's city. It's kind of nice at wide open throttle. It kind of curves back up. Same thing at the low positions. Sport, obviously much more exaggerated. And then track is even more. I would not recommend track, to be honest. And then within each one you have 10 sensitivity settings, so you can really fine tune what you want. So you can see there it's not so exaggerated. Going, nope, 0 input. Going back up, you can see it just slightly more. I've been driving it around at city 10. Oh, wow, okay. I can immediately tell the difference. And it is kind of nice that there's a little bit of a curve to this. So pulling out isn't as twitchy, but it almost comes in a little stronger as you start to put your foot down a little more. The ratio increases. So the pedal actually gets a little more sensitive once you get past the point of pulling out at a stop or something like that, which is really nice actually. Even in track mode, the ratio in the beginning when you first press the pedal is slower, so it gives you less twitchiness when you're getting into the throttle, which is really nice. But as soon as you hit a certain threshold, the ratio makes that adjustment, and the pedal monster really just cranks up the output. In track mode, it's very obvious, very obvious.
It's like really jerky now. All right. Oh my God. Oh my God. Can't even drive it. So this is worst case. This is like all the way up. So this is like gonna make the throttle pedal like as touchy as it can be. So there's definitely a big difference.
Yeah, other one.
All right, so we got Jarrett in the driver's seat. We're gonna get his first reaction. I have it all the way up.
Okay. So my first impressions when I drove this thing out of the lot, I agree with you. Like,
yeah, it's like a slug.
Pedal's unresponsive, the motor feels flat, and you got to bury the pedal to get the thing to actually go anywhere.
So this setting isn't maybe like the setting where you would want to keep it. This is, I just turned it all the way up to like see the most of what we can get out of it. So
this is kind of cool. Looks good. Oh my goodness. So like literally you feel like it's so lethargic that you're somewhat concerned of what's going on, but it gives you like a user response in the car that the motor's dead. Wow, it's a night and day difference.
right. So now it actually has like get up and go.
But you, at stock though, you feel like you're driving an absolutely underpowered vehicle.
Right.
And you normally have to do that to get the thing to go.
Yeah, you have to mash it.
So like if you're trying to, whatever it could be, even just merging in the traffic, you feel buried all the time. But it just isn't responsive at all. This is like, but no joke, when I saw this and I was just reading what some people are saying about it, I was super skeptical.
I mean,
I was like, how can this little box actually change that much? I'm impressed. I'm blown away.
All right, guys, that's it for the install and the setup on the app. It really is that easy. It's time for you guys to take your truck out, start playing with those settings, and dial your pedal in exactly how you like it. And remember, you can always turn it back to stock. This is not permanent, so there's nothing to worry about there. With this thing dialed in just the way you like it, the pedal response feels amazing, and it's definitely worth putting one of these on your truck. If you want to grab one today, head over to yotaexpedition.com. We have both available for the 4Runner and the Tacoma, and we're also going to be getting up the gauges so you can control it and monitor it with that as well rather than your smartphone. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.